Bizarre ER about idiots that cut themselves.
Welcome to Bizarre ER, home to the nation's weirdest accidents.
He told me that he'd swallowed a knife and fork.
You've got a spider in there.
Oh! They were then stuck in his bum.
We take on the strange,
I've been kicked in the face by a cow.
the careless,
He fell off the loo.
I'm a twat.
and the downright ridiculous.
Nailed it to my hand.
I had a bite from a tarantula.
No matter what your symptoms,
I'm so hungover.
our doctors and nurses are ready to see you.
Not shy, is she, this one?
It could well hurt,
Oh my God.
but we always get results.
Fix me up good and proper.
Prepare yourselves
Can't even cross my fingers.
for some seriously weird medicine.
It's only a little prick, probably.
Checking into Bizarre ER this week,
I've been bitten by a black widow spider.
we meet the man who had the power of the sun in the palm of his hand until he stuck his drill through it.
He screamed like a girl.
The man who fell down the stairs while his wife was trying to give CPR to a goldfish.
Sat there blowing on it just to wake it back up.
The groom who will do anything to avoid tying the knot tomorrow.
Any excuse to get out and get married.
And we relive the incredible story of an adrenaline junkie who survived crashing from the sky onto a solid brick wall.
One of the paramedics said, "No, you're not going to die." And it's at that point that I made up my mind that I wasn't.
As a veteran of Bizarre ER, I'm something of a pro at immediately diagnosing people's ailments. Take Chris and his wife Helen, for example. Tattoo behind the ear, gold chain necklace, hand bandaged up. Here's a tough guy who no doubt has clearly been hurt doing something really macho.
I was trying to fit a solar panel to the top of my caravan.
Huh? What? On today's episode of Pimp That Caravan, Chris is going to show us how to fit a solar panel to the roof. So next time you're reconnecting with nature, you can also take your smartphone, tablet, laptop, small television, toaster, wireless speakers, headphones and hoverboard with you to make sure you don't get bored of, oh my God, he's drilled through his own hand! Somebody get that man to A&E.
So, not doing too good today.
Come on, how bad can it be?
I can't feel a lot in there at all.
OK, that actually does sound quite bad.
It's colder than all the others.
Colder? Sounds like you need some solar panels on your caravan.
Maybe I've hit a nerve or something because it's gone dead. It's because she's pregnant and she's had me rushing around this morning. And all I wanted to do was get up and finish what I started yesterday. I'm not going to say it's her fault. I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
But yet you just did.
I'll show you.
OK, brace yourself, people. It's time to face the human cost of helping the environment.
Doesn't look lovely.
Oh, come on, Chris, man up. Your wife's about to give birth to a baby.
He screamed like a girl.
Well, here's nurse practitioner Phil to look after you.
I've had an accident with a drill.
It is a bizarre thing to happen. We do get a lot of DIY-related injuries. It is becoming a regular occurrence with people doing more and more things at home.
Which is exactly why I never do any.
You work?
Yes.
What do you do?
Train driver. And this is the hand I use.
You pay?
Not anymore, it isn't. Try using your foot.
It's still tingling really bad.
Phil removes one of Helen's nicest towels that Chris has ruined
I can't watch this.
and replaces it with a proper bandage.
He is quite squeamish. I'm surprised he didn't pass out, to be honest.
Oh, he's going to be so helpful at the birth. It's off to X-ray for Chris to find out if he drilled through any of the bones in his hand. Personally, I pine for a simpler time when caravans just have moss on the roof and ain't called a shit holiday all round. We'll check back in with Chris later on to get results. Here on Bizarre ER, we have all sorts who come through our doors, from honest working men and women to the rich and famous. It's really amazing who Dudley's A&E seems to attract. There's Kate Moss after she got her foot caught in a bag. Justin Bieber started bleeding after listening to his own songs. Mary Berry's off to the canteen to get some cake. And even Bono has stopped by after shattering his pelvis in a Zumba accident. But today we're focusing on the lady in the shades trying to remain incognito. You been chasing pavements again, Adele? Oh, wait, my bad. I think it's just someone who's knackered their eyes. What was it, love? Heavy night?
I had planned to see some friends from my high school tonight, and I bought a new outfit.
Oh, what label were you wearing?
Went to Primark,
Ah, good old Primani. I bought my underpants from there.
got dressed up, and I've ended up here.
Zara was getting ready for a big night out. Everything had to be just right. New outfit, check. New shoes, check. New eyelashes, check. With everything else in place, the final touch was her fluttery new falsies. And entrusting the application to her trusty wingman, the dodgy adhesive has reacted with her eyeball. So instead of letting loose on the dance floor, she's stuck in A&E. Out on the lash with Sarah tonight is nurse Anthony.
Do you have any visual disturbance at all?
It's really hard for me to keep my eye open.
Okay.
And after a couple of probing questions...
When you keep your eye open, there is any blurring or any kind of floaters or anything?
Less of the toilet humour, please, mate.
Okay, do you normally wear glasses or anything?
Yes.
To find out exactly how bad the problem is, Anthony embraces his inner James Bond and gets out some gadgets. First, he makes Zara pretend to be Batman.
SZNRNC.
Exactly the same. So put some glasses.
And then he dons a latex and has a dig around.
So we pluck an eyelash.
Oh.
Pop your chin right up against there and forehead up against here.
Okay.
Before impaling Zara on a torture device, he appears to have pilfered from Blofield's lair. Wait, he's not going to shoot her, is he?
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look with white light first,
Doesn't sound too bad.
and then I'm going to stain your eye yellow.
What's that for? Some sort of eye for Jazzle?
So fluorescein. What this does, it stains your eye yellow for about half an hour to 40 minutes.
For that sexy, smouldering, undead look.
What this also does, when I pop it in your eye, then I expose it to blue light. Anything it collects round, it fluoresces.
For all you cheesy quavers out there, that means glow in the dark. Wicked.
So if you can pop your head back up for me.
Now, that's just weird. I never knew you could get ultraviolet eyeball shadow. It's a bit like being in Tron. The nurse has gone very quiet. This can't be good news.
Okay, you've got quite a big abrasion, like a graze, right on your eye. And as I look at your eye,
Blimey, all this from sticking a bit of fluff to your eyelid. So what's the verdict?
the treatment for the abrasions on your eye, I'm going to give you some antibiotics called chloramphenicol.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
Now, it's a cream rather than a drop.
Great, first glue in your eye, now cream.
Now, you put it in your eye 4 times a day for 5 days.
So with a prescription in hand, Sarah and a yellow eye are free to head home, providing she can see where she's going.
I feel like something out of The Walking Dead, but I'm happy that he's given me some medicine.
I think you look more like the Terminator when his eye malfunctions. Bet Arnie never had a problem with makeup.
I will not use false eyelashes again. I will stick to my own natural eyelashes.
Good idea, Zara. Now give us a wink. Sarah? Sarah? We met Chris, who drilled through his hand whilst fitting solar panels to the roof of his caravan.
He screamed, like a girl.
He was sent for an X-ray, which may or may not have been powered by renewable energy.
He may have broken a bone in the back of his hand, so we need to X-ray just to rule out a fracture. There you go. So that's your hand flat down.
Yeah.
And luckily, it looks like Chris has avoided hitting the bone.
Looks absolutely fine on that view.
Fantastic.
But the bad news is the fatty tissue that's trying to push its way out of his hand.
I'll push that back in. Don't be such a wuss.
Well, at least it's put a smile on Helen's face.
Rest your hand on there.
Can I have my hand?
Just jam it back in, Phil. Come on, it's like pushing mince back into a rubber glove. That's a weird analogy.
Try and keep your hand elevated as much as you can.
Okay.
He's done a good job, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Now, Chris, just say something nice to Helen to get your pregnant wife on side.
Do I get a lovely young nurse coming to change this every day? Take that as a no.
That's a no.
Now, not quite what I had in mind there, Chris.
Can't wash up. Can't cook.
Not that he ever does.
So what are you going to do with all your spare time, then?
But I'm okay, because I can change the telly's channel with this one.
Great, so it's E4, 10 p.m. I'm sure this will be right up your street.
And it's the first door on your right.
Lovely.
All right.
Thank you.
So, yep, the first door on the right. Guys, on the right. The right. The right. Ah, forget it. Warwick Festival has come to town and the local A&E department are gearing up for a busy afternoon. And it's not a second too soon as the first hedonistic casualty has arrived. Meet Rosemary, accompanied by her daughter Kim. So what happened, Rosemary? Drank too much cider, 48 hours without any sleep? Portaloo incident?
I was dancing as part of a Morris troupe for the festival, the Warwick Festival.
OK, not my kind of festival then.
We were clashing sticks together.
Right.
My finger got in the way.
And was that before or after you burnt someone to death in a giant wicker statue?
It was a dance called Just as a Tide. I danced for a side called Plum Jerk and scored a Morris side.
So, Rosemary, how did you get out of there alive? Rosemary was getting down and dirty with her Morris dancing crew. The band was playing, the sun was shining, and the Plum Jerks was shaking what their mamas gave them. Until a fellow dancer got a bit frisky and smashed Rosemary over the knuckles with his stick, leaving her with a nasty gash on her finger. And it's left Rosemary unable even to throw her gang signs. Who did it, Rosemary?
One of my friends.
Don't worry, Rosemary, I'll take care of you. Nurse practitioner Liam takes Rosemary and her daughter Kim to the examination room.
Yes, I came off with a lot of blood running down my hand and my stick.
Enter Dr. Chalbury with a case of mistaken identity.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Oh, you are the patient. Well, you have crutches as well, so difficult to decide who is who.
Oh, you old charmer. Ask them if they're sisters.
My name is Sunil.
Hello.
What happened?
I got hit by a Morris stick.
It's quite a deep cut. Is it numb here?
No, it's okay.
Does it feel same as here?
Oh, that feels sharper.
So you may have nicked the nerve.
Mum is putting on a brave face, but Kim has already seen more than she can stomach.
Do you want to go out that door, Kim?
Are you feeling all right?
She's not very good with.
All right. Okay, don't fall.
I know you feel, Kim. I was nearly Tom Dick earlier after attending my local stand on the street and get leathered nightly festival thing that I do every night.
Okay, so I will take you for X-ray now.
Now it's a personal escort for Rosemary to find out the extent of the damage to her finger.
But there's no fracture.
Well, that's good news.
Well, she went for an entertainment and she came out with an injury, hit by the stick.
Don't knock it, Doc. Being hit by a stick is my idea of a good night. And now there's nothing left but for Nurse Liam to dress the wound and for Rosemary to return to the festival.
It's not going to stop me dancing.
And with that, she's off to go and bludgeon the perpetrator unconscious as he sleeps. Bless her. There's never a good time to visit A&E, but Sean from Basingstoke has chosen the worst possible moment to injure his hand.
I'm supposed to be getting married tomorrow.
Nice timing, Sean. I bet your fiancée Tara and daughter Tilly are impressed.
After about 20 years with my girlfriend.
No rush then.
We thought it was the right thing to do. I don't know why.
Yeah, who said romance was dead?
And this happened. So it's just sod's law, really.
I just thought it's typical of him.
Any excuse to get out and get married. But it's not my signature hand, so that's a bit of a problem.
Well, you've been on the run for 20 years, but this time I think your number's up.
Hopefully it's not too bad. We'll be able to go to the wedding tomorrow.
Yeah, it's 2 against 1 now, Sean. Even if you staple your feet to the floor, they'll find a way of getting you down there. So what went wrong? Sean had loads to do ahead of his wedding to Tara. Top of the list was tending to the love of his life, his racing car. He decided to put some gas into one of the shock absorbers.
Just made a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, by mistake you mean you blew up the part into your hand.
And it was just like really putting a gun in your hand and just firing it into your hand.
It wasn't supposed to be a shotgun wedding, Sean.
There was a lot of blood pumping out all over the place.
Sounds horrendous. Honestly, I'm not sure whether you'll be in any fit state to tie the knot tomorrow. Such a shame. You must have been planning this for months.
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Blimey. Well, I guess you've had 20 years to build up to it. In any case, Tara, I bet you'll look lovely. What are you wearing?
Jeans, flip-flops, and that's it.
So that's something old, something new, something borrowed, and Sean's hand may be something blue. So what's the plan for the honeymoon?
Our honeymoon was going to be racing this weekend.
No, not with that arm.
Oh, dear.
But Sean isn't the only one who's able to get things going with a bang. Like this hard-working chap. Blimey, oh Jesus fucking Riley, excuse my French, guys. Ah, nothing like a bonfire to warm the old cockles. Oh, mind your step, you petrol-wielding madman.
Use a stick or something, surely. Jesus! Fuck!
That's right, laugh it up, mate. But if you think this guy's stupid, wait till you see this kid.
Putting the lid on it.
If at first your fizzy drink bomb doesn't go off, just shake it up some more and hold it in your hands until it does. Right in the nuts. Senior nurse practitioner Steve takes a look at Sean's pulverised palm.
Got any pains on the back here? Pains in it.
Yeah.
Some pains there.
All up there.
Yeah.
It was moving up and down.
Wow, this really is a bad case of the wedding jitters.
What I'm going to do is just get an X-ray because we've had quite a force intake, just to make sure there's no breaks to the bones or anything in there.
So the doctors need to take a closer look at Sean's hand, and all the while his nuptials are hanging in the balance. And no one likes that kind of thing. So will the X-ray be able to see through Sean's last-ditch attempt to wriggle out of wedlock?
Okay, there's a little break down the bottom there. It's sharp-edged, so that suggests to me that that is... Chip. Yeah, it's chipped. What I'm going to need to do is speak to the orthopaedic team and get their advice on that. I'll let you know what they say. Thank you. Okay.
With a suspected chip on the bone, the chances of matrimony in the morning seem to be receding into the distance. But back in the examination room, Steve has come up with a cunning plan.
So I've spoken to the orthopaedic registrar who's on call tonight.
Yeah.
The options are we take you to theatre.
Yeah.
Theatres? That already sounds better than their honeymoon.
And then probably send you home tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we thought that's probably a bad idea considering what's going on.
That's a bad idea.
So if you're happy, what we'll do is we'll put some local anaesthetic into the wound now.
Yeah.
We'll give it a good clean through, and then we can send you home with a little dressing over the top, some antibiotics.
Yeah.
I mean, as wedding gifts go, it's no NutriBullet, but, I mean, I guess it's something. Steve cleans the wound, and Sean's loved ones show their support by laughing at his discomfort. Get ready for a lot more of that. With the wound finally cleaned and dressed, Steve throws in a free manicure. Go easy, mate. You don't want to upstage the bride.
Thank you very much.
No, we'll have a lovely day tomorrow.
Hooray! Sean can finally take Tara up the aisle.
All the best, though. Bye-bye.
We're still going to have the wedding tomorrow, so hopefully we can forget about it and just take loads of painkillers.
Yeah, just get totally out of it. That's one way of getting through the day.
Hopefully live happily ever after.
Oh, I'm welling up here.
No more of this one.
As planned, the very next day, Sean put a ring on it. I love a happy ending. I used to love my hamster until the little bugger bit me. So my heart goes out to those patients in A&E who've been savaged by a moggy or kicked by a horse during dressage. But what happened when Goldie went on the rampage?
We were at home and the fish needed cleaning out.
Oh, Goldie's just a fish then. But you're in A&E.
So my little girl wanted to help. She said, I'll help, Mummy. I said, OK.
And? Natalie was getting ready to give Goldie's bowl its bling back, putting their 2-year-old daughter to work. Eager to get her hands on her prized possession, the little girl scooped him up. But Goldie seized his chance and made his escape. Dan was upstairs when he heard screaming.
So I run down the stairs, miss the bottom step, and end up in a heap on the floor.
But Dan's wife was more concerned with Goldie the fish's well-being than her husband's.
I was left there for about 10-15 minutes while Natalie sorted the fish out rather than dealing with me.
Natalie clearly knows what's important, like catching up with the latest celebrity gossip. Anything about Michael Fish in there?
We had to pick the fish up and it wasn't moving, so we sat there blowing on it just to wake it back up.
Let me guess, that didn't work?
And we put it back in the water and it still wasn't looking good because it was on its side.
Where was Dan at this point? Still beached on the stairs?
Natalie came and helped me down the stairs.
Got my first aid book out and bandaged it up.
If her track record with Goldie is anything to go by, I wouldn't have let her anywhere near it.
That's why we're here. All because of a fish. I don't know if I've broken my ankle or sprained it, but hopefully we'll find out soon.
But Dan isn't the only one to fall foul for being an animal lover. There's this guy who thought his cat was perfect.
17 and more.
Well, almost. This selfie fan thinks it's all about me, me, me. But that peacock's got other ideas.
Don't you?
And a dog who understood the concept of fetch.
Jesus.
But not so much, get that stick away from my expensive equipment.
Right into the camera.
And Nurse David is here to assess the scale of Daniel's injury.
Any pain up there?
No.
Warm?
Any pain there?
No.
Warmer?
Any pain there?
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding.
Just going to organise an X-ray, and then we'll take it over there.
Nice and still.
So has Dan got a fish-induced fracture?
I can't see anything broken, so it's bad sprain.
Ah, it's good news. There's no break in the bone. So it's time for the ultimate A&E fashion accessory, the air boot. I must get me a pair of those.
Like a right drama queen.
Nonsense! Who wouldn't throw themselves down a flight of stairs to save a goldfish?
Think how much it costs the NHS for that?
It's £10, I think. Goldfish would have been cheaper.
It depends how good you are at those funfair games, though, really, doesn't it? Anyway, we know Dan's fine. What about Goldie?
Well, he's alive. He's alive, yeah. We saved the fish.
Well, we'll take your word for it, as Goldie will have no memory of the incident at all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take more painkillers.
OK. I've got high heels on.
Yeah, they pinch a bit, don't they?
I've got to wear rowboat boot for a week after the bizarre incident with a goldfish.
But he's saved.
He is saved.
He saved the day.
Save Goldie from the great toilet bowl in the sky.
I did save the goldfish.
Yeah, Goldie's alive.
Goldie's alive.
Yeah.
You two don't sound overly convinced. You didn't have a very small portion of fish and chips, did you? England, steeped in history, stained with tea and fraught with danger, as one tourist found out to his cost. Thomas, one day into his trip from Canada, couldn't resist taking in our world-famous health service.
He rocked up at the doorstep yesterday evening and we took him in, gave him a bed and
now they'll drive him into the hospital.
Yeah.
Good old British hospitality, eh? But it begs a question, which of our national institutions could have been so lethal?
Tom was talking about going down to Stonehenge, so I said that was pretty unexciting and we should probably make it a short visit, which incidentally is what happened.
So you got all the way to one of the world's most famous prehistoric monuments. You were getting out of the car and...
He left his right thumb in the door as he shut it, and this was the result.
Yeah, not so good. Not so good at all. So we saw Stonehenge from the street, and that's it. It wasn't like it was in pain initially. And then since it's been wrapped up, it's kind of gotten it hurts a little bit right now.
It took 500 men to pull each 50-ton stone 18 miles, but I'm sure that's nothing to what you're going through, as it's quite a drive to Basingstoke. How did he cope?
He'd thrown his dummy down underneath the seat, so we had to stop a few times for that.
Oh, so what's the plan now?
Just sitting here waiting.
Standing. Perhaps it's a Canadian thing. OK, better get you seen as quickly as possible. So it's time for the big reveal. How much of a thumb will be left?
Fine, OK. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, is that it?
Really?
Yeah.
That's good news.
I've been doing it 15 years, though. It's not my thumb.
Oh, that's reassuring.
Fine, OK, good.
It actually doesn't look as bad as it feels.
Oh, you're not wasting valuable NHS time, are you, Canada?
No, it will feel really, really painful and swollen inside.
All right, fair play. I'll let you off.
Come this way, guys. I'll take down to X-ray.
Thomas is sent off to X-ray and gets a tour of Basingstoke Hospital thrown in for free. Oh, I'm liking those stripes. Very 70s.
So you have broken it at the tip?
Oh, nobody likes to hear that.
Can I travel with this thing, or should I go home?
Well, you can't leave it behind.
No, you can travel.
As long as you don't have to thumb a ride.
I'll tell you what to look out for, so if anything happens, you can just go and see a
The doctor
The
wherever
doctor
I am.
wherever in Europe that you are.
Okay.
He may be Canadian, but Thomas tries out the British stiff upper lip as his wound is cleaned. And fails miserably. Come on, Canada.
What do you, okay, what?
It's just glue. Super glue.
Super glue?
Yeah, you know, the British superhero.
Just like a broken toy. Don't suck your thumb for the rest of the day, otherwise it might stick in your mouth.
Damn it. Wow, that's not good, dude.
Yeah, thanks for the input, Matthew. Still, the staff have some tips for Thomas should he get into trouble on his travels.
Do you want to take a picture of you?
Yeah.
Just in case you do end up anywhere and you can show them a picture. Keep it up. Beers. We'll have fun in Europe.
Yeah, Brits abroad. Sorry, Canadians abroad, yeah? Guys? Huh?
That feels pretty good to be prescribed beer. It's kind of hard to believe that it's this simple of a fix for something that feels this bad. Day 1, Glasgow. Day 2, Edinburgh. Day 3, London. Day 4, Thumb.
You're actually in Basingstoke, not Thumb.
You should thank the UK's National Health Service as well.
The NHS, thank you for your fine work.
Our pleasure, Thomas. Count that as karma for your country giving the world Justin Bieber. Next, we are heading to the beach for a story of a daredevil who nearly paid for his thrills with his life. The British seaside is usually a place for rest, relaxation and ice cream indulgence. But back in 2013, the idyllic seaside and a stray gust of wind nearly took Mark Warren's life when he was catapulted into the air and then fell back down to earth with such a bang he nearly died. The weather gets blamed for a lot in this country, so in the interest of fairness, we should tell you that Mark was an adrenaline junkie.
What I love about kite surfing is just a sense of freedom. It's you and the elements, you know, it's the adrenaline rush, it's being out in the open. It's classed as an extreme sport. When it goes wrong, it can go wrong really quickly.
And on that fateful day, things really did go wrong, and really quickly, and Mark and his pal Will almost saw it coming.
It was pretty damn windy, but that makes it more exciting. You can jump higher and go faster.
The conditions weren't ideal. It's a bit gusty. You know, it's a gust what can be dangerous, but thought we'd just go for it anyway. As it turned out, it was probably not the wisest decision.
Go for it anyway. This is an adrenaline junkie formula for disaster.
I launched my kite and it's stable in the air, and I started to make my way towards the water, but the wind changed direction slightly.
Suddenly, a strong gust of wind took his kite and yanked Mark high into the air and across the beach at top speed.
The wind, I would say, doubled in strength in one gust. It was almost like being fired out of a cannon.
I just remember this woman on the seafront going, as I was heading towards her.
I just saw Mark in the air. He flew like Superman, cleared probably 100 foot, going straight towards the seawall.
Unlike Superman, Mark was not made of steel. The wind that had whisked him up into the air suddenly stopped, and he plummeted into the pebbly beach below, smashing most of the bones in his feet. Mark then hit the beach wall with his chest at well over 30 miles an hour, breaking 5 ribs and rupturing an artery, causing massive internal bleeding.
The noise sounded like a car accident, and it almost made like a pop.
I felt all the air go out of me, and there's sort of a crunching sound. I suppose it's probably a bit like a watermelon hitting something. You just sort of go, poof, in.
Instantly, I knew that it was very serious. In fact, I didn't expect him to survive it. He was dying on the beach, pretty much.
Will raced to his friend's side and quickly put Mark into the recovery position.
I wasn't expecting him to be conscious. Pretty much all of the colour drained from his face, and was totally amazed when he rolled over and said, "Shit, I've really hurt myself. I think I'm going to die."
As Mark lay there fighting for his life, our hero Will called 999 and the East Anglia Air Ambulance was scrambled from Cambridge. The helicopter thundered towards sunny Southend and Will kept his buddies stable at the beach. The paramedic legends were there on the scene within 25 minutes and battled to keep Mark alive.
One of the paramedics said, "No, you're not going to die." And it's at that point that I made up my mind that I wasn't. Thought, well, my family need me, I can't die.
Mark was in such a terrible state that paramedics had to perform an emergency procedure to take over his breathing. They then rushed him to hospital for a life-saving operation.
I was in an induced coma, and it's quite a weird experience. What I do remember is occasionally opening my eyes and seeing a vent on the ceiling, and then I'd just go back to sleep, and I just thought I was in a nice comfy bed at home.
The painkillers would clearly be doing their work because Mark had undergone some major surgery.
When I properly woke up, I sort of patted myself down and just sort of like my wife said, "There's a big grin coming in your face," and I was just thinking to myself, I got away with this one. It wasn't until I looked down the bed and saw both my feet in plaster that I thought, oh God, what's going on here?
He'd managed to break every bone and ligament in his right foot, and his left foot had been snapped at the ankle. But Mark was now about to be given some jaw-dropping news.
They said, oh, you've had major heart surgery. And I was like, oh, but I've still got a hairy chest, but obviously they'd gone in through the groin.
Well, obviously. No, this is not obvious. What I remember from anatomy class is your cock and balls are nowhere near your heart. Mark had come out of his near-death experience alive, but with 2 shattered feet and a long recovery process ahead of him. But just a year after his accident, Mark was back out on the water.
For him to be able to go back out and kite surf once, twice a week, every week, is an amazing feat.
I feel quite lucky. I've got a wonderful family who I absolutely adore. So lucky that I've got a friend, and I still love kite surfing. Everything's good.
Last time I was told to strap on the levers and enjoy the ride, I too ended up in hospital. But today we're here to talk about motorbike accidents. Cue Diane and her friend Justin.
This morning, for the first time in my life, I had a motorbike ride.
Good on you, Diane.
And it was brilliant. I've had a lovely morning until the last 20 seconds.
Diane was spending time taking stock of her bucket list. She decided it was time to face the motorbike. With the help of her friend Justin, Diane adapted to the bike like a pro, until it was time to dismount.
The bike was stationary, and as I got off the bike, I lost my balance, and then I just happened to fall onto my wrist. I fell off a stationary motorbike.
Well, judging by the way Nurse Phil is greasing himself up, I bet he knows a thing or two about motorbikes. Let's see if a little tinkering will fix up Diana's mechanics.
Can you feel me touch?
Yeah.
And here.
Yeah.
And pop your arm into a sling.
Well, as the bike wasn't actually moving, surely the injury can't be that bad.
So, I think you've broken your wrist. We've got an X-ray just to see how bad it is.
OK, let's have a look. My word, that looks more like a speed bump than a wrist. Yeah, that's pretty swell.
X-ray shows she's got really quite a nasty break, so we need to anaesthetise it and then try and get it back in a better position.
Oh, you mean like pillion?
It's just another hurdle to get over.
I should leave hurdles well alone unless you want your other wrist broken. Now it's time for the hospital's Hell's Angels to ride in and snap the bone back into place.
Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
And they know what really matters in a medical case like this.
The important question is, did you damage the bike?
No.
That's fine.
After some gentle tugging, the wrist's now in a more secure position, so it can have a temporary plaster.
How does it feel?
Oh, I can move my fingers.
Oh, give us a wave.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, this isn't goodbye for Diane, as the doctors suspect her break is so bad she may have to go into surgery and are sending her back to X-ray to check. We'll find out the results later on. It's not just the British weather and getting salmonella from your mate's barbecue that can ruin your summer. Those pesky meat-munching insects can wreak havoc as well. And plucky pensioner Mike thinks he's been attacked by something even bigger. So what was it, old chum?
I've been bitten by a black widow spider.
Right, you've been bitten by a poisonous spider, have you, mate?
It's a false one.
Now, according to Google, a false widow spider is just a bizarre name for a real poisonous spider.
It still gives out the same amount of venom.
So when did it get its fangs into you?
It happened when I was asleep.
Well, wait there. Is this ruddy spider still on the loose then?
I've been looking for it with the Hoover at the ready, but I've not found it. He's a bit elusive.
You've got Michael Mokes, please.
I think you better get seen by Nurse Elaine whilst I get out my Idiot's Guide to Insects and try and find out more.
Hello, Michael. What can we do for you today?
I've been bitten by a false black widow spider.
And
for those of you in the dark about this species, these nasty little critters aren't as venomous as their deadly distant cousin, the black widow, but they can still bloody hurt.
So spider bite 2 days ago.
Yeah, and also 10 days prior to that, I've been bitten just on the top of the pant line.
Where?
Just above my bottom.
Chinky.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Gosh, the plot thickens.
The spider, is it in the house?
Yeah.
Is it a family pet?
No, he came over we think he comes over on a banana boat.
Are you sure that's the case, mate?
Right. Shall we go through to the cubicle?
So Mike goes to see Dr. Pippa, who delves deeper into this tangled web of mystery and examines both of Mike's suspected sadistic spider bites.
Shall I have a look at the other?
Yeah. Undo that.
Yeah.
Brace yourself, guys.
Oh, bless, yeah. So that is quite large.
Yeah.
And it's recovering well. That's brilliant that it's looks like that, actually. So that's lovely.
Lovely if you're into cracked, dead skin, I guess. But what about Mike's false widow theory?
Did you see the spider?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So where did you get the idea from that it could be a sort of a fake black widow?
The daughter knew straight away.
Yeah.
She said, I'll take the laptop. That's exactly what's on your elbow, she said.
Ah, good old Dr. Google coming to the rescue again. What's your verdict, Pippa?
It is very bizarre, yes. I think the fact that he hasn't actually seen or set eyes on the spider, it's quite difficult to say if it's one of these false black widow spiders.
Despite all the various conspiracy theories, Dr. Pippa prescribes Mike a course of antibiotics from Elaine's futuristic medicine cabinet. I hope there's no false black widows in there. That would be ironic.
Spider bites are unusual, and especially with this gentleman, with him having the 2 bites from allegedly the same spider, is very unusual and strange. Yeah. That's one I've not come across before.
With the case of the beastly bites still a bit of a puzzle, Mike sets off home with his spidey sense on maximum alert.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Other way, Mike.
That way.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, not that way. The other way, mate.
Oh, I nearly got it right.
Just that way.
There you go. Yep, there is. So you're going to take any precautions, Mike, if the creepy, crawly culprit is still at large?
I hoover the bedroom and I change the bed linen, and then I'll keep the door tightly locked.
Yeah, that'll do it. Just be clean. That'll keep away the poisonous beast. We're back with Daredevil Diane, who took her first adrenaline-fueled ride today on the back of her friend Justin's motorbike.
I've had a lovely morning.
But as she was dismounting, disaster struck as she fell awkwardly on her arm.
I think you broke your wrist.
After confirming it was a break, the doctors have now sent her back to X-ray to see if her bones will heal on their own or if they need to go under the knife.
Has it put you off taking me out?
A bit tentative next time. It'll be cotton wool and bubble wrap.
By the looks of things, I'd say nothing is going to dent the enthusiasm of these daredevils. The results are back in and it's bad news. Diane's wrist has failed its MOT and it's time for surgery.
These things happen. I mean, it was my choice to go on the bike and I enjoyed every minute of it.
So the next day, her consultant gets ready with all his nuts and bolts to get her wrist back to work in order. Hang on, mate, you're not fixturing a puncture here.
It's quite a nasty fracture. There are a couple of fragments, not just one fragment. We are going to open that fracture and fix it with some plates and screws.
In theatre, the boys in blue bolt and screw Diane's wrist back together with the efficiency of a MotoGP pit crew. And now with her wrists bolted back together, Diane can rest up and recover overnight and dream about being on the open road on the back of Justin's motorcycle. The following day, Diane's up bright and early, planning which bike she's going to fall off next. You'd have thought a snapped wrist would put the brakes on a daredevil lifestyle.
I don't think it will have stopped me being adventurous. Life's too short not to, and at my age, anything goes.
Yeah, on your bike, Diane. Actually, yeah, a lot safer by cab. Or taxi. Cab's quite American.